Okay everybody, I am back with my tutorial on stitching today, and we've already covered the chain stitch, the single crochet, and the half double crochet. Then we did the double crochet and the treble crochet. Now that's all well and good, those are your stitches, and today I wanted to show you how to increase and decrease. Now you will find the increase and decrease used quite a lot actually. It's how you make the ripple afghan, first of all. It's also how you make shirts and garments either fit or have ruffles or something of that sort. So what I'm going to show you today is going to be, first of all, how to increase your stitches. Now, as you see, I've got a nice foundation row of double crochet here. What I'm going to do now is I chained my one so I can turn. Now, I want to add stitches onto this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to do a double crochet to start out with. Now, I need some more yarn. Let's pull this out. Okay, come on, yarn. All right. Let's just pretend for the sake of fun I'm doing a ripple afghan. So let us go ahead and make a couple more double crochet stitches. Now you could do an increase or a decrease with any stitch. But right now we're going to start off with this since it's the easiest one to see. Okay, now I've got my 4 stitches here. I've got my 4 stitches here. I'm not counting this one. So I'll put another 5th one in here. Now, the ripple afghan pattern usually goes 5 or 10. It's an even number of stitches. I don't have that here. I have no idea how many I've got. We're just playing. So, okay, sorry about that. What we're going to do is to make an increase is really quite easy. You just put as many stitches as you need into a single stitch. Now, usually 3 is what is called for. So there you go. That's 3. Now, we're going to go ahead and go to our next stitch. And you see how that already starts making a point there. Okay? That you just added 3 extra stitches into your project. So when you go back over that, what's going to happen, and I'll show you in a second. Let me get a couple extra stitches in here just so you see the example I'm trying to give you. We're going to chain, we're going to turn. Come on, come around there, little guy. You're going to find that you now have 3 extra stitches to work with, which is going to make your project a little bit longer. Now, I use this a lot when I am making a garment because I have to have kind of a ruffly thing to cover up my tummy that I don't want a lot of people to see. And I got to pull out some more yarn. Let's pull out some more yarn here. Okay. But now, as you see, this is making a kind of a different point type thing. An increase will always make a point, okay? You can avoid it if you want. You can just keep crocheting over it if you want, and it will eventually straighten out. Now, if you are going to make, and we're going to take all this out because I wanted to show you the next increase. All right, here we go. Here's our yarn again. The next way to increase your stitches, and there we go, there's our 3 stitch increase. Next way to increase your stitches is to crochet, do a stitch, whatever we're using we're using doubles today, chain 1 and do another stitch right in the same stitch. And that is another way to increase your stitches. So you can either do 3 stitches in 1 stitch to increase, or you can do a stitch, a chain, and a stitch. Now that is a great way to increase your stitches, but let's say you want to decrease your stitches. Okay, you've got too many stitches. Let me make a few more stitches here to move down the row a little bit, and I will show you how to do this. All right, let's say you have too many stitches and you don't want that many stitches. You need to decrease. You're going to decrease by 2. You're going to start a stitch. Okay, let me pull where you can see. Start your stitch like you normally would. Only put 2 on your needle, okay? I think that's how that works. Yeah, okay. Had to refresh my own memory there, guys. Wrap again. Go through your next stitch. Go ahead and do that. And then you're going to pull through all the stitches. I'll do that for you again. You're going to go to the stitch. You're going to start your stitch just like it was a stitch you were making, but you're going to stop at 2 loops on your hook. You're going to go to your next stitch, and you're going to start another stitch through it. So now you see you've got 3 stitches on this hook. You're going to wrap again. You're going to pull through all of them. As you see, that decreases your stitches. Now, where you had 2 stitches, you only have 1. So, I'll do that for you again so you can see it, because the decrease is a little bit tricky. We're going to wrap our needle, okay? We're going to go through our stitch like we were making a normal stitch. We're going to go through 2 of those just to get that started. Then we're going to wrap again and skip to our next stitch over. We're going to go through that one like we were making another stitch. Instead of pulling through that one stitch, we're going to pull through all the stitches on our hook. And that's how you make a decrease. And a lot of times that'll go in like, as you see, it's already working. It's already starting to work. We've got our increase here, our decrease here, and that is basically the way a ripple afghan is made. So, to increase, you do extra stitches in one stitch, extra stitches in one stitch. To decrease, let me get some more yarn. To decrease, I'm going to do another stitch right here just to get that out of the way. To decrease, you wrap, you go through your stitch, you get enough up there, you pull through. Okay, I'll tell you what, let me show you how to do this on a half double crochet. All right, for a half double crochet, you would do your 3 stitch increase. Oh, that's a double crochet. Okay, hold on. Gotta get my stitches right here, folks. There. There's your half double crochet. We're going to do another half double crochet in here. And now we're going to do the increase of the half double crochet. We're going to go through the stitch. We're going to go 1, 2, and 3. And this, for any stitch you're doing, this is one way to increase. Now the next way to increase, okay, come through there, there we go. Next way to increase is to go into your stitch, do the stitch, chain 1, and do another stitch. It works in any stitch. Come on, yarn, come with me. My yarn is not cooperating today. That works in any stitch you want to do. As you see, you've got a little hole in there now. But instead of, okay, did I chain 1? Yes. Instead of just having 2 stitches, you now have 3. Normally you would have this one and this one, but you added that chain in the center. So, now, to decrease with a half double crochet, you do the same thing all over again. Let me get a couple stitches in here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, now to decrease with a half double crochet, you wrap, you go in, you pull that up, you pull through. You do not pull all the way through the stitch. You go to your next stitch, you wrap, you pull through those two. Now you have the 3 on your hook. You wrap and go through all 3. Oh no, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Sorry guys. Sometimes I get my own stitches messed up. I'm not used to having to teach. Okay, so you've got all those. Now you simply pull all the way through, and there you go. There's your decrease. Now you have taken what would have been 2 stitches and you've made it into 1. So there you go. I'll do that again so you can see it one last time. You go through, you get almost half your stitch on. You go to your next chain stitch and you go through that, and then you go all the way through, and there you go. There's your decrease. So that is how you increase and decrease in crochet. And you see how it's already making ripples and weird effects on your crocheting. So if you need that, remember, just go back once, go back and forth, watch me do the stitch, pause it, go back, watch me do the stitch again, go back, watch me do the stitch again, until you have mastered the increase and the decrease. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, this is Lady De Winter reminding you, you're never too old to learn anything new that you put your mind to learning. Bye-bye for now.